Thank you, sir. Satish, sir, shall we go live?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good morning. Namaste, Vanakkam, and Sashriyakal. With the blessings of Almighty Guru Nanak Dev Ji, I, Dr.K. Umadevi, and Miss Mayalekshmi, Women's Forum, Guru Shakti coordinators, take immense pleasure in welcoming the dignitaries, eminent resource person, and participants for the national webinar on menstrual health and hygiene management organized in association with Unicharm India and Global Hunt Foundation. The Women's Forum Guru Shakti of Guru Nanak College is one of the extension activity of our college under the aegis of Student Affairs headed by Dr. V.P. Nevinjilian, Dean Student Affairs, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Defense and Strategic Studies. The pivotal objective of Women's Forum Guru Shakti is to give priority to women students and provide an opportunity to exhibit their inherent talents and give them an identity of their own. The forum contributes to the women community on the whole by conducting various programs for overall development of the women students. It organizes activities related to social issues to face the challenging world. The forum also acts as a platform for all the women staff and students to evolve themselves in various fields and also create a new attitude to face the modern society. Over the years, it has supported the women in campus to shine in their career as well as the social life. Continuing this further, today we are here to raise awareness about menstrual health and hygiene management, which is of paramount importance for women. With no further delay, let me hand over to Ms. Sukhdeep, Assistant Professor, BCom Bank Management, to host the program. Over to you, Ms. Sukhdeep. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We need women who are so strong they can be gentle, so educated they can be humble, so fierce they can be compassionate, and so disciplined they can be free. A very good morning to one and all present here. May I now request Dr. M.G.Ragunathan sir, Principal Guru Nanak College, for welcome address. So please.
Sir, unmute, sir. Sir, unmute, sir. Sir, unmute.
Sorry. Good morning, one and all present here. Most eminent resource person of the day, Ms. Ankita Shukwal, and the host of the program, Ms. Shakti Sondi, and respected vice principals, one student affairs and vice principal shift 2, and dean student affairs, Dr. Nevinjilian, and women's forum coordinator, Dr. Umadevi and Mrs. Mayalekshmi, my dear students, and my colleagues who are all present here in this national webinar. Today, as soon as I saw the topic, the menstrual health and hygiene management, even now still many of the children, they don't know how to manage their health, and also they don't know many of the myths which is present in the menstrual health. Sometimes they cry out of stress, sometimes they will fight with even with the parents, and it is because of the lack of the knowledge what's happening within their physiology. So as a science staff, I know everything else, but it has not reached even to the children level. I hope that it should be given, the education should be given for the school level itself. Though it is in the syllabus, it has not been reached, it has not reached the children also. So this is a wonderful forum where the listeners should in turn should transfer the knowledge which is gained from our resource person of the day today, and it should be given to all, it should be transferred to all the other near and dear ones, because this is really though this is like a national webinar, this is like really a social service. Like here all the even fathers also should speak with the children, and they have to talk about what's happening in their physiology, and they should tell that it is nothing else, it's a regular physiology. And I hope that Women's Forum is doing a wonderful job, and I could see eminent people like our Dr. Kalanidhi Madam and Dr. Rajeshri and Uma Devi and our Mayalekshmi. They do a wonderful work regarding this Women's Forum and the women's activities in the college is concerned. And Guru Nanak College is one of the best colleges and one of the leading colleges in the city and also in the state, which is doing a wonderful job. My quest is that the topic should be wonderful, and the speaker who is coming should be an eminent, and then it to reach my tally should go. Last year we tallied 310 programs in a pandemic within a span of 90 days. So same thing I am expecting, and really I appreciate my colleagues, Women's Forum has brought out a wonderful, eminent research person and also a wonderful topic. Need of the hour, madam. It should be done in a very big scale. We will give one seminar hall. It should be done not only, this is only for the 100 students. What they will simply listen and they will forget it off and they will never talk with or they never discuss with the children. It should be in a bigger forum. I will cancel the class from 11:30 to 1:30. You do it in a bigger way. It should be made compulsory. It should be made compulsory. Certain things I want to talk, I don't know whether to talk or not. Still, I remember, madam, I see, is this recorded? Okay. Still, I remember whenever we play, we are not asked to lift our bed in the cot. My mother will shout it. Then I saw some cloth there, it was there, those olden days, 40, 50 days. So now, still, I remember, my mother will beat me if I go and remove my bed in the cot and so many consequences which I don't know whether to share or not. That much is still an awareness is not there that much. And so it should reach each and everyone. Still, I am a son of my mother and all my children below my age or my daughters only, So this emotionally I am telling, they should reach each and every children, every child, it should reach. A wonderful topic. I wish and congratulate the organizers for having arranged a wonderful topic of the day. And with a few words, I wholeheartedly welcome the resource person of the day and all my colleagues for this wonderful webinar. Madam, if time permits, we'll have one offline program. I request the resource person to offer one more day for us. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational words. We'll make sure we are going to make this issue reach to maximum girls. I now request Dr. V.P. Nebuchadnezzar, sir, Dean Student Affairs, for special address. Sir.
Good morning, everyone. Are you listening? Are you able to listen?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, we would like to have your video also, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Before ladies, I'm nothing. Okay, thank you very much. I should thank the organizer, Uma Madam, and the compilers, our principal, sir, and Vice Principal Ashiri Madam and Kalanidhi Madam, and Women's Forum Shift 1, 2, everyone. A special thanks to today's chief guest and the guest speaker. Madam, being a Dean, Student Affairs, we have got more than a dozen associated works to be taken care of. In a way, I am lucky that I have a good team. Like under the Students Affairs, we are managing Students Grievance Cell, Anti-Ragging Committee, Discipline Committee, Sexual Harassment Committee, and Redress Cell also. And we have taken care of Students Council, both Shift 1 and 2, their cultural activities, co-curricular activities, sports, their placements, higher education details, scholarships, and whatnot. Whatever thing students does, that counts. Whatever thing we do in the form of seminars, webinars, and conducting examinations, everything, it is for the students only. The best we can provide, the students can enjoy. And the placement, if they get it, we'll get the best result. With the best result, the college go still higher situation. And no doubt, the team which we have under the able leadership of dynamic leadership of Secretary Correspondent M.G. and the dynamic ever leader, M.G. Principal, M.G.Ragunathan sir, and the team working it very well. Madam, so far as girls are concerned, in our college, they enjoy maximum freedom with quotation, confidence and security, right? Yesterday, we happened to conduct a farewell program. The achievement which the students, girl students have made, it not lesser than the boys. They are excelling it. We have one student by name Bharati, joined first year only, the girl, but she did fencing, what is known as the Kati Center, swords, secured third prize at international forum at Germany at the first year itself, right? So like that, girls are now excelling boys so far as the skill is concerned, ability is concerned. No doubt, from the beginning, girls are smart in boys so far as education is concerned. Now they excel in other aspects also. With these few words, I thank the organizer for allowing me to share my thoughts on this day. Thank you so much. All the best, Uma Madam. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts and motivating us. I now request Dr. Rajeshri Ma'am, Vice Principal Shift 2, to address the gathering. Ma'am, please.
Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to Ankita Sukwal. And I really like the name, Ankita, yes, and Sukwal. I consider that to be Sukwell. Who else can be the right person to address the students on this menstrual health and hygiene management, which is very much needed. When we talk about hygiene management as a separate aspect, this has to be there, and for women, more so for women, because we at the home ground, we take care of everyone and absolutely neglect our health and forget about our health. This is what happens. So this is a high time we take into consideration all these things. I'm very happy you are here to bless us with very good information on menstrual health and hygiene management. Thank you so much for that, and congratulations and best wishes to the Women's Student Forum, Guru Shakti. Okay, so you have been doing wonderfully well in the yesteryears also. Now you have taken up the right thing in the right time. At home now, everybody staying at home. It is a need of the hour, and people have to be told about this for them to understand the other gender too. So this is very much essential, and I thank Ankita, and principal sir spoke from his heart, and what he felt and what he normally what happens at this point of time at the adolescent age, even the boys would like to know what is happening. Girls won't be able to express them to them. So all the once when it is clear, like sleeping, like eating, this is another physiological change that happens due to hormonal aspects, and we do get the mood swings because of the hormonal imbalances. Lovely to have you here, Ankita, today. So I'm very happy, and being a part of this great institution which takes care of the minute and the nano aspects of well-being. Kudos to our secretary sir and principal sir and all those who are working. I've always felt comfortable, though it is called as a co-ed college. We never felt that the gender inequality anywhere. So I'm thankful to be here. I'm happy to be here, and today Ankita has become one of the family members. So to take care of such a sensitive as well as very important aspect, so I don't want to stand in between you and the speaker. We are going to hear from her, and many congratulations to Mayalekshmi for having thought of this particular thing. And my dear friend Kalanidhi, madam, she is always for whenever you ask for anything, she'll be ready to do. Yes. So such a wonderful and dynamic team. We will also be knowing more from you. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ankita Sukwell.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. I now call upon Dr. Umadevi, ma'am, Staff Coordinator, Women's Student Forum Shift 1, to introduce our dynamic chief guest. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Sukhdev. Good morning once again. I heartily thank our Vidya from GlobalHunt Foundation, who was instrumental in arranging the resource person and coordinating this event with us. Let me take the pleasure in introducing our resource person, Ms. Ankita Sukwal. She is the executive CSR and has been a part of Unicharm India for almost 5 years, where she is handling the program implementation of menstrual health and management. As a core team member, her role involves training and development, managing relationship, with internal and external stakeholders. And she's responsible for implementing CSR strategy of the group Pan India. She holds an experience of conducting more than 500 community training with adolescent girls and women on this health and management. She brings an experience of working with some of the international not-for-profit as community mobilizer on health issues. As far as her academic background, she holds a master degree in social works with specialization in child and women welfare. We are very happy to have you amongst us and waiting eagerly to hear from your insights. Over to you, Ms. Anki. Thank you.
Thank you everyone, and it's so good to see how you guys really concern about the students, and I can see that the students are very blessed to have this team and the mentor. Ma'am, I'm not able to share my screen here, so I think you need to give me the permission to sharing my screen.
Permission, just a minute.
So, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well, keeping yourself busy and healthy. And so good to see all the teachers are here, principals are deans. It's so good to have your, words before I start the session. It's so motivating for me also, and I feel very interesting to conduct this session. Students, my request will be if you can all turn on your videos. It's so good to see, and it will be very easy to connect also. Yes, ma'am. Now I'm able to show.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So I hope my screen is visible to all.
Yes, yes, Ankita. It's visible.
It's not okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So it's okay. So students, I would love to see all of you. If you can turn on your videos, it will be very good to see all. I really understand we all are at home, maybe you're not very presentable, but no problem. It's just a normal workshop. It's just a talk, even not a workshop, I can say. It's just a talk. Like, a friend wanted to talk to you on something. And I'm also here to learn. You are also here to learn. So we will be like discussing. So this is not a lecture I will be giving you, because this is a topic. If we talk about periods or menstruation, that is no one can teach us, because every female have a very different experience. Every family have a very different rules, regulation, myths around it. So really, it's more about the discussion mode. I really wanted to keep this workshop. So before I start the workshop, I have very few basic rules, girls. So one basic rules, we really need to be on mute, and I would love to see you. Second, I will be asking very few questions, so I really wanted to keep it on very discussion mode. And after this workshop, we will have a question answer round. So I would love to answer your question, all related to your menstrual hygiene and health. Any doubt coming in your mind, please feel free to ask, and please respond. You can use the chat box to write the answer, and I really want to hear all. Really wanted to hear all. I really don't want to just speak. I really want to have the understanding that what you guys understand, and what how we can take this session forward. So before I start the workshop, I just give a little briefing about my organization. If you see on the screen, there's a company name called Unicharm. So there's a logo and the company name. So does anyone have any idea what is Unicharm? Any students, any teachers have any idea what is Unicharm? Maybe you've seen this logo somewhere. Maybe you come across this word somewhere. Anyone else know? Any respond? Girls, you can use the chat box for answering. Am I audible to everyone? I hope no one is sleepy and no one is like.
It's
I hope
audible.
people are listening me. It's audible. Okay. So girls, any response from you? You can unmute yourself and answer. I really wanted to understand. Does anyone have idea what is Unicharm? Yes or no? Anything? Anyone?
It's a company producing a few products and not much.
Yes.
Of it.
Yes. No problem. So girls, I really wanted to listen from you guys also. So yes, Unicharm basically is a Japanese MNC, and we are into the production of. My screen is not visible. Okay, Nandini. Okay. Is it with everyone that my screen is not visible?
Nandini, I think you can pin it.
Yes,
You
it's
can,
visible.
Nandini, you can pin the. Yeah.
Okay. So girls, basically Unicharm is a Japanese MNC and we are into the production of disposable hygiene products. So we work in three different categories. So first category is baby care category where we make a diaper called Mammy Poco Pants if you heard about. So Mammy Poco Pants is a diaper. We make Mammy Poco Pant wipes also. Then we come to feminine hygiene where we make sanitary napkin called Sophie. So Sophie is a sanitary napkin. It's have a variant range of sanitary pads. Yes, Maithili, I think you're right. It's a Japanese MNC. Yes, yes. So we make disposable hygiene products. So we make panty liners, tampons, and a sanitary napkin called Sophie. Then we come to healthcare where we make adult diapers called Life Free. So in India, basically for the adult diapers, people have the mindset that very old people, very oldie bedridden people only need the diapers. But after a certain age, in male female both, after 45, after 50, a lot of people need the diaper. So we make a pant style diaper for the that age group also. What I do in a company, I'm a CSR executive, that is corporate social responsibility. Today we have Nitya and Roshni, my team, also joining with us, and we take this workshop pan India. We do physical session before the pandemic, but now the situation has changed, so we are adopting a new normal, taking this workshop online, and we really wish all females, all girls in different age to have a very healthy life, and especially this aspect to be really addressed as told by principal sir and sir, that this is something we really need to discuss about. So girls, before I start, one thing we all need to understand that every female have a very different body type, and every female body react very differently when it comes to the periods. So there is no set of rules you can apply. I believe most of us have learned periods from our family. So maybe your mother told you, maybe your sister told you, maybe your friend told you. So most of us got this knowledge from the family only. So a lot of time there's a lot of misconception, misinformation around it, and we don't know basically, and we never discuss about it. So please try to understand that there's no set of rules you can apply. So you can't say in the periods, every female have a same period, because every female body respond very differently, and every periods, female periods have a very different pattern also. So don't get more confused. If any point in the PPT I say something it's not applicable to, it doesn't mean there is something wrong with you. We have a question answer around there. You can ask anything. Feel free to ask. Utilize this time. Utilize this session. You can ask anything related to your menstrual hygiene. Girls, who can tell me why you feel a menstrual hygiene talk is important? If you think it's important, then why it's important? I'm really looking forward many answers. Anyone, why you feel a menstrual talk is important? I would love to hear from you. So if you can unmute also, it will be more faster. So is it important to talk about menstrual hygiene? Yes or no? Or if yes, then why? Yes. Why it's important? I got only one yes. So I think she's only thinking, okay. I getting only one yes. Okay. Any other students? Yes. Yes, Nandini, please.
I think, first of all, very good afternoon. I think it's very important that we all speak about menstrual hygiene because it is a part of women's physiology, and not everybody has a sound understanding of what really goes on within a female's body. Like when men don't experience these kind of things, it's really not that important for them to know about themselves. But then this is a very special process that women's bodies undergo every month. So it's we know externally we know what happens, but most of us are clueless of why it happens and what we're supposed to do, how we need to take care of ourselves. And recently, due to lifestyle changes, there are people are experiencing, especially children are experiencing many different menstrual syndromes, such as the PCOD, PCOS. So I think only when we know about these things, we'll be able to adapt to such lifestyles, healthy lifestyles, and
Normal.
good habits, which should help us come
Yes,
out of
yes.
these syndromes. So that's it.
Okay, okay. Very good, Nandini. I think you covered most of the aspects of it. So it's very important to understand about it because it's related to your overall health, and there's a lot of changes in your health because of the periods. If you are not having a healthy period, it's related to your overall health, and your lifestyle play very important role. I got few answers in the chat box also. It's important to make yourself aware to know that what is normal. There's a lot of misconception around it. There is no it's very important to know about your physical changes. That is also very right. So girls, first of all, it's very important to have a talk about it, right? Still in India, people are very uncomfortable, very shy. We are really not open about this topic, and most of the girls no period when the time it's come to them, so on the first, when they started bleeding, only then they understand, okay, this is period, now what I need to do. So this is something we really need to pay attention on and should concern about, that a girl should know about all this details in hand before she start her periods, of course. And then it's very important to know in all different age. So period is just not like, it's like a button you turn on and turn off. It's have a different age group. So when you are so we will talk about the beauty. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, it got
Is my
stuck in between. So, okay.
okay, yeah. So, girls, one thing you need to understand that every child go through a process that we call puberty, and I think you all understand what is puberty. Puberty is a process where a child body go through a lot of emotional and physical changes as well. One thing we need to pay more attention on the emotional changes. So in India, people are very worried about their child's, physical health. I seen in my family also that people who have this adolescence age child, they are more worried about their height, their weight, their body hair growth, their body growth. But I never seen someone getting very worried about their child emotional health. Why my daughter is very cranky, why my, like why my son is not very social, why they have anger issue, why they have the mood swing. So we need to understand this. All these changes is not related to your physical health, as well as related to your emotional health also. So puberty basically is a process where body go through a lot of emotional as well as physical changes. When they complete this puberty process, they will reach to a stage called adulthood. What is adulthood basically? When you're physically totally grown up and emotionally also become little mature. In between, there's a very important phase will come in a child life that we call adolescence and teenage. So we need to understand that in girls, puberty is little early compared to a boy. So if you see a girl child, when a girl is 8 or 9 or 10 year old, you can see the physical changes are taking place in that age. But in a boys, it will come to little late. So like 13 to 14, you can see the changes in the boys. So we need to understand that girls need more, beforehand. So when they are 8 or 9 or 10 year old, that is a very right time or a little early time. We can tell them about this physical as well as emotional changes. So we divide adolescence in three different phases. Uh, First is early adolescence, when child is 8 to 13-year-old. This is a very right time where you really need to speak about physical changes that the child goes through, because a big number of the very much physical changes will take place in this age. So early adolescence is the age group where the physical changes will be on the peak. So this is a very right time where you can tell them about the physical changes they go through, make them very comfortable about it. Because I remember when first time I was having these changes, when I was having these physical changes in me. So I really have the first time I had the underarms hair growth. It was very confusing. It was very scary for the first time experiencing that. So early adolescence is a very good time where you can really speak about that physical changes to a child, and a perfect time to have male female, tell them about the male female differences. Now we talk about the middle adolescence. So I personally feel middle adolescence is a little difficult age group for a child. When you're 14 to 16 years old, so 9th, 10th, 11th class will fall in this. So girls, can someone tell me, when you were 14 to 16, how was your behavior? And now how's your behavior? So do you feel your behavior is changing now, or is the same as your 14 to 16? Anyone? or if you have any siblings or cousin who are in that age group, how's their behavior? Anyone? Girls, your behavior is same as 14 to 16?
Hello, ma'am. Can I respond?
Yes, Nandini.
During this period of middle adolescence, we usually have this uh, uh, fear of getting judged because
Yes.
of, as your slide says, there is a strong peer influence, and we always constantly work upon the thoughts where we don't want to be criticized by others and our fellow students, and we always our actions are always oriented in a way such that we are carrying very much towards their thoughts and what they convey to us about our physical aspects as well as mental aspects.
Yes.
Whereas when we grow and reach the later parts of our adolescence, we start knowing that it all doesn't matter and what is normal and what is not. And uh, we walk past all these taboos and we get to know about ourselves better than in the Middle Ages. So we
Yes.
stop thinking about being judged or body shamed
Yes.
or
Yes.
all these things.
So the peer pressure is gone when you are grown up. You don't feel you believe yourself more compared to other people. That is very rightly said. And girls, when a child is 14 to 16-year old, that is some years of your life where you had the most argument with the family, a lot of fight, an argument with the family. Because when a child is 14 to 16-year old, they have a very strong opinion. They started understanding and things their own way, and we were not ready to accept other people's opinion or even listen to them. So this is a very right, a very time. 14 to 16 is a time where a family need to be more understanding. Family need to take a little step back and give that environment to a child where they can really speak about their emotional changes, because this is a very very difficult phase for a child going through all this emotion. They will be not social. They will be very very shy, uncomfortable. So please make your child comfortable. If you have any siblings and cousins also, so 14 to 16 is the age group where the more emotional changes are taking place. Then we talk about late adolescence, 17 to 19. I think some of you will fall in this late adolescence. So late adolescence is like almost like you're an adult now. Nothing to worry. You're almost like an adult now. So no changes will take place now. Now we talk about physical changes. So this slide I will go through very fast because I think you all are aware what are the physical changes the child goes through. But as told by one thing you really need to understand, girl, this workshop is just not for you. After this workshop we really need to go and talk to other people also. So it can be your mother, it can be a younger girl in your neighborhood. Please spread this awareness to all girls and boys also even. So one thing I really wanted to tell you guys, when you talk to a younger child, when you tell them about the physical changes, my suggestion will be just ask them, like what you think, how your body is changing when you are younger. Now, what changes you can see. So kids will come up with their answer, and a very right time where you can tell them the male-female differences also. So we really need to speak about and make them very comfortable about these changes. Then why these changes are happening to us? So we all have different hormones in our body. So what is hormones basically? If you give a one line definition to it, so hormones are basically chemical substance made and release one part from your body and make changes in another part of your body. The normal language, if you say, so hormones basically run your body from inside. So male have a one hormone called testosterone, female have a two hormone called estrogen and progesterone. Because of the hormone, we have all the physical as well as emotional changes in us. Now we talk about emotional changes, something we never pay attention and something we don't feel very, a topic we really need to discuss. So one thing you need to understand, girls, that physical changes take place in all different age. So it's not only adolescence, a girl physically changing. Emotionally the changes will take place in all different phases of her life. So early adolescence it will come to you, late adolescence it will come to you, when you are in the menopause age it will come to you, when you are in the menstruation phase it will come to you. So every female, your mothers, your sisters, your younger sister, every female go, your grandmother, every female go through these changes. But it's of course depend on a person to person. So this is something we really need to talk and really need to understand. So I personally feel girls are very emotional and sensitive. So can anyone give any example? Do you feel the same way or you're not feeling the same way? So I personally feel the females are more emotional and sensitive. Girls, you can use the chat box also to write. Anyone. I personally feel that girls are a little more emotional and sensitive. Anyone. Yes, yes. So yes, okay. We are more emotional than, so there is no harm. It's not like wrong that you're an emotional person. There's no harm in that. So sorry. Being emotional, being sensitive, that is totally fine. If you are a girl who are more emotional and sensitive, there's no harm in that. So I'm 32, still I cry on small things. Very, very small thing can really make me like really cry and get tears in my eyes. So that's totally fine. So, but girls, there is two things. If you're an emotional person, there's no harm in that. But don't be emotional fool. So, if you are in a emotion, if you're in a emotions can be good and bad, sad and happy, anything. So, if you're in a emotion, don't take any decision. That is very important. And first, for all teachers and the students, one thumb rule I have, personally also, and I believe it's always good to have a communication. So please speak. Any emotions, any thought coming in your mind, always try to speak with someone. Always try to just take it out. Never carry any emotions in you. That is very important to understand. Any emotion, sad, happy, jealousy, or anything, negative, positive, anything, just take it out. Just take it out. Never carry any thought or emotion in you. It will be really give a very negative impact to you emotionally. And of course, we all understand, if you're emotionally not happy and healthy, physically you can't be fit. So being emotional, being sensitive, there's no harm. But please try to have a communication and please speak with someone. That is very important to understand. Then we talk about peer pressure. So peer pressure, basically, I think in college, especially late adolescence, the peer pressure is on. I personally feel it's more compared to like a middle adolescence or early adolescence. So what do you understand, guys, about the peer pressure? Because you guys are in the college, so I think you all have more understanding than me on this subject, peer pressure. So what do you understand by that? Anyone? So if I give an example, peer pressure is something, with the influence of other people, we take some decision, we do something. Especially when I was in the college, so a group of people, a group of friends, or my college, like my class student, they will say, okay, let's bunk the class, let's not do that. Then I will say, okay, let's not do it. But maybe I'm the person who want to attend the class. Maybe I don't want to go somewhere, and but I will do because maybe I don't want to feel the leftover or left. Maybe I don't want people not think that I'm not cool. So one thing you need to understand, girls, if there's a small thing you're doing it just for the fun, of course, college, like time is the lifetime memory you will collect. This is the best time of your life. But one you need to think, you understand. In the peer pressure, please don't take any decision. Listen to your inner guts. If something major you taking a decision, if something really can impact your life, then please have a discussion with with someone senior. So it can be your teacher, it can be your parents, it can be anyone, someone elder than us, so they can guide us, they can help us. So please, any decision don't take because you don't want to feel less from someone. No one is less, everyone is very unique in their own way. So it's always believe yourself. That is very important. Listen to your inner guts. And of course, it's a small decision you're taking, or it's just for your memories or fun. There's no problem. But please, if a very big decision you're taking that it will be impact your life, then think twice. That is very important. Peer pressure, something really, especially for the college student. Yes, it's always happened. So I got few answers on in the chat box also. Girls, very right. Then we talk about mood swing. Mood swing, something we deal every day, and that is something we can't even stop. So mood swing when is like up and down in your mood without changing your surrounding, without changing something near you. Sometimes you're very low, it sometimes it lead to the depression. Also, we are very sad, very sad, very unhappy. Sometimes without anything, we are very excited and very happy. So that we call mood swing, up and down the mood. So girls, what is the solution of mood swing? What do you think? So there's no medicine available for mood swings. Nowadays, I was going through some internet thing and they were saying there's a drink for the mood swing. Very no. So there's no medicine, no drinks, nothing available for the mood swing. So what is your what you do when you have the mood swing, girls? What is the solution of the mood swing? When you have mood swing, what we can do?
Actually, we can regularize meditation, which will calm our mind. So this will definitely help us in times of mood swings through the day.
Okay, okay, very rightly said. Any other answer? Am I visible to all?
Yes, you are.
Okay, okay. Any other answer?
I think it's always great to speak to someone while going through.
Very right. You always need to speak with someone. Yes.
Listen to something, music or whatever pleases you, or go for a
Yes,
stroll
yes,
or a walk, which can ease
yes.
out your mind. Take a,
Very rightly said. So one thing, girls, do something which can make you happy. That is a very, very important thing. So it's not only the day you feeling the low, that the day you feeling the very sad, then you started suddenly doing the meditation, yoga, and whatever you feel like to do. Make a part of your lifestyle. Make a lifestyle where you can give minimum half an hour and 1 hour to yourself, so that 1 hour will be just your time. Do something which can make you happy and relax. It can be anything, because every female is different, every woman is different, right? So do something which can make you, especially for the teachers. I understand that you have very double responsibility of this college and the home, and please still you give that half an hour to yourself, where you can do every day something which can make you happy and relax. So that will be like a me time. Do something which can make you happy and relax, and please find out that way, so it will really help in the mood swing. Then being body conscious. So being body conscious means when people are more concentrated on the physical appearance, more the beauty conscious people. There's no harm. It's totally fine. If you're a girl who like to pamper yourself more in the makeup and the nakras, there's totally fine. There's no problem in that. But one thing we need to understand, girl, it should be not top priority. It should be not something we always think about. And let's not create a negative environment or surrounding around us where we make other people uncomfortable. So people are more about their personalities, compared to physical appearance. So it should be not top priority. Take care of yourself, pamper yourself. There's no harm, but let's not create the negative environment. And you can all turn on your videos on this point. The physical appearance, it doesn't matter. So it's always good to see each other and have that connection, right? So girls, now I will talk about different menstrual phase in females. One thing I really wanted to understand from you, when you first time got your period. So I'm talking about for the very first time, how you knew that your periods are about to begin, or you knew that your periods are about to begin, or your period directly came to you. So you feel that when a girl will start with her period, she will understand beforehand that her period is about to begin. Anyone? I'm so sorry, my screen is not visible. I will just share it again. Anyone? So when you got period for the very first time, so I think you need to go to a little back to your memory and think about it. So did you know that, okay, now my period will begin, or it directly came to you? How was it? Anyone? Or can a younger girl know that, okay, my periods are about to come now?
Maybe for the first time,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't think so anyone would have known, this is going to happen. But
Okay.
then thereafter, the changes happening in, we find like sometimes the breast is very tight,
Yes.
or we find some kind of pain which comes in, or hand pain.
Yes.
Thereafter, we could recognize that, yes, it's going to come down. But
Yes.
very the first time, I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
My experience, I've never.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Agree. Agree. Okay. Some physical effect. Yazin is saying, I think I'm telling your name right or wrong. Would be some physical effect which left unnoticed by us. Yes, yeah, there will be some physical change. It was there, but we were not very aware that that okay, this is the changes happening for that. So one thing we all need to understand, before a period come to a girl, every female body respond, and every female body give a signal. So as told by ma'am, that now when you get a periods, of course, every female have a different physical changes, emotional changes. So we understand, okay, the periods are about to come. Some people saying that it's a cramp or pain. So for the very first time, girls, the physical changes will come to us. Maybe we'll not even able to understand. Maybe we don't know. So one thing you need to really tell a younger child if she haven't started with the periods yet, that by discharge. By discharge is a signal. It's happened to all of females. Maybe some of them have pain. Maybe some of them will not understand about the pain. But by discharge is happened to everyone. So if a girl haven't started with the periods yet, please tell them that when the periods will come for the very first time, before that they will have a white discharge. So white discharge, you all understand, it's like a little sticky, like a lubricant kind of water. Sometimes it's little yellow in the color, sometimes it's white, and sometimes it's have a smell also. So if a girl having the white discharge, that means she will get a period within a year of time. So how you can explain a younger kid? You can really tell them when your panties are getting wet and sticky, you can talk to their mothers and they can really ask their mothers. And this 1 year will give a very sufficient time for a girl to prepare herself. When she will go out, she always carry a sanitary napkin. She will know that how to use a sanitary napkin, and she can help some other younger girl also. So white discharge is a signal that every girl will receive. We were also receiving, but we were not very aware about it. So white discharge is a signal. After the white discharge, so girls, every female have a different period. Why is this? So of course genetics. So our genetics, so your family history, your mother, grandmother, their periods also can affect your periods. Your physical health very important, play a very very important role in your menstrual health. Second, your mental health also very important. So when last year for the first time we heard about this corona and the pandemic came, and our life totally changed. A lot of girls have a lot during that time, a lot of female, their periods pattern got changed because mentally we were not very healthy during that time. So we also need to understand that mental health play very important role when you come to a period. When a girl will have a white discharge, after that she will have her first period that we call menarche. So menarche is when a girl experience bleeding for the very first time, that we call menarche. Then she will reach to the menstruation. So girls, can someone tell me what is periods? What is your understanding when you are growing up? How was your understanding? What is periods? One line for the periods. Anyone? We are here to talk about that. So can someone explain me what is periods?
Ma'am, can we call it some hormonal changes?
Okay, Shweta. Okay, yes, this is that. What else? If a very normal language, you're talking to a 10-year-old girl, how you will tell her what is periods?
As far as I understand, it is like the uterus is ready once in a month. Like the uterus is getting ready to carry a baby. That is the ovule. The ovules produced from the ovary. But then when it doesn't have a job, like when it doesn't want to carry a baby, doesn't have to carry a baby. So the wall protection and everything that it creates for the carriage, it is not useful now. So it is going to disintegrate and push it out of our body in form of
Okay. So it's a process you told. Okay, very rightly said. So I got few answers in the chat box. So that is regular blood discharge. Someone was saying a discharge of West blood, regular blood discharge. So girls, one thing, if we so when we are asked this question, the one thing, the cleaning of uterus, yes. So one thing we 95% people say one thing. So that is it's a discharge of impurity from your body. It's a cleaning process of your body. It's of dirty blood. So one thing we all need to make it clear: it's not a dirty blood. It's not a cleaning. Your body will not need a holy Diwali or Eid ka safai. So that is not happening. Second, it's not a dirty blood. So what is a period? If you talk to a younger child, a very simple thing. So period basically is a periodic discharge of blood and tissues from your body. Okay, girls. Periods can start anytime when a child is 8 to 15-year-old. So if a girl is 8-year-old, 7-year or 8-year-old, it is a very right time where you can talk about periods to her. So 8 to 15 is a very right age if a girl reaching to menarche. After after you get your period for the very first time, your body will take minimum 2 years to get adjust with the period. So initially 2 years the period will be very up and down. It will not regular periods what we get today now, right? If you're more than 15, less than 45, you should bleed minimum 3 days and maximum 7 days. So girls, please make sure your period cycle should last minimum 3 days and maximum 7 days. If you see on the screen, it's a female pubic area. It's have three different opening. First opening we call your urethra. That is for your urination. Very close to urethra, you have vagina from where you defecate, and then you have anus from where your you will sorry, you have a vagina from where your period blood will come out, and then you have anus from where you defecate. So vagina is the place from where you. A lot of female have no idea from where they bleed, and it's always become very confusing for them. So vagina is the place from where you then when you will complete your menstruation phase, you will reach to the menopause. So menopause, I believe it's something we never talk about. Menopause we never pay attention on it because people don't feel it's very important. But one thing we need to understand, girl, when a menopause hit a female, uh, um, she will go through a lot of challenges. Menopause is not simple thing. When a menopause hit a female, physically, emotionally, a lot of challenges will be there. Your mother's in that age, 45 to 55. So when a female, when a periods permanently stop, we call menopause. It's 45 to 55. It's it's a very right age to reach to a menopause. When a menopause come to a female go through severe mood swings. Sometimes it lead to the depression also. Very very bad mood swing during the that time. Uh, Hot flashes will be there. A lot of weight gain will be there. Hair fall, memory loss, eyesight problem, a lot of physical and emotional challenges. So my suggestion will be, if you have any this age female in your house, tell her to eat more healthy, tell her to be more socially or mentally engaged, and if she can't cope up with all these challenges, she really need to go to a doctor. Spend some time with your mothers, just please. Menopause really hit a female, and we all will be reaching there one day. So try to understand, if she can't cope up with all these changes, that she really need to go to a doctor and really need to be more socially engaged and happy, because this time is very difficult for a female. So if you see on the screen, it's a female reproductive system. It's a female body organ. It's just down to your navel button in your lower abdomen. This system only help a female to get the periods, and this system only help us to carry a baby in the future. How the system works? If you see on the screen, there's a two back shape that we call ovaries. Basically, ovaries are the paired tube which carry eggs or ovum in your body. The time we get born, every female have n number of eggs in their body. When I say egg, some people will imagine like a big egg. No, it's a smaller than a bacteria, and n number of eggs carried by your ovaries. Attached to ovary, there's a tube going. Can you see the tube is attached to ovary? So and another part is going to your uterus. So that tube we call fallopian tube, and then one part is going to your uterus. What is uterus? Where a child grow, and then you have vagina from where you defecate. Why we get periods? Why we it's happened that someday we started bleeding and suddenly then after 3 4 days stop. So period basically have a process. So one thing, girls, every so if you get your period this was next month on your 14th day, one egg will come out from your ovary. So it's a very natural process of your body that every month one egg will come out from your ovary, is travel through your fallopian tube, and it will come to your uterus. When the egg will come to your uterus prepare a thick lining of blood. So you can say like a cushioning to that egg, okay? That we call endometrium line. Uh, when the egg is coming to uterus and not getting utilized, that means if you're a non-pregnant female, so that egg along with that line which will giving a cushioning to your egg come out as a period blood. If you are a pregnant female, that egg will convert in a child, and that all the blood in that line will give a nourishment to that child. So one thing we need to understand, if the blood going to a child and the same blood coming as a periods blood, if you're a non-pregnant female, that means it's not a dirty blood. If you have a child inside, it will give a nourishment. So it's not a dirty blood. Maybe you have a different smell. Maybe some people have a different color or odor. That's why we feel a different, dirty blood. But it depends on body to body. But it's not a dirty blood. Girls in periods, we bleed only 2 to 3 tablespoons. Only 60 ml blood will come out, no more than that. But with your uterus muscles and skin also coming out with that, that's why it look like a heavy period to us. But it's not more. It's only 2 to 3 tablespoons. All requests to the girls who are more than 15, less than 45, please track your periods. Period is not a thing. A lot of girls I know that remember the date, 10 तारीख 12 13, not 13, sorry, 10 तारीख 12 तारीख, any different date we remember. Periods never come with a date. Period always come in days. Okay, so that is very simple thing. How you can track? A lot of mobile application available. Otherwise, the home calendar works really well for this. So to take a home calendar, try to started marking on the date. So maybe today is 20 and you got periods on 20, so mark on 20. Maybe next month you will get periods on 25th, so mark on 25th. So every month on your first day you need to mark and count the days in between. So first day to first day you need to count. So that's how you will understand about your period cycle days. If your periods coming between 22 to 40 days, that means you have a very healthy and good periods. If your periods are not coming between 22 to 40 days, that means maybe you have a thyroid disorder, maybe PCOS or PCOD. You have some hormone imbalance, some maybe a diabetes. So please, girls, 22 to 40 days your period should come. So try to track your periods and make a habit of it. 22 to 40 days. Why we say a 28-day period cycle? Because most of the girls have 28 period cycle days. That's why average period cycle is 28, but of course it's a body to body type, depend. So 22 to 40 days your periods can last. Before periods come, we all go through severe mood swings that we call PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Emotionally, we are very low during that time. Sometimes we feel very depressed. So for it's very different for a person to person. For some people, maybe it's just like 1 or 2 days. For some people, it's like whole month. It's like that. For some people, maybe just 7 days. So girls, it's very emotionally disturbance in our before periods. It's emotionally we are very unstable. So do something which can make you happy more. Be try to engage yourself in different activities, so you will be paying a little more time on yourself to keep busy. So that is very important, not related to your physical health, related to your emotional health. So that we really need to understand. As the girls, we all need to support each other, because every female go through this. When to consult to a doctor. In India, sometimes we don't even know when we need a gynecologist. So one thing we need to understand, if a child is not getting periods between age 8 to 15, she really need to go to a doctor. If it's a little early or late age for a child. If your periods are irregular or delayed, so you need to track it first, 22 to 40 days. If it's not coming between that, you really need to go to a doctor. If your periods are painful means if you can't sit, if you can't do your daily activity, that we count as a very bad pain or severe pain, then you really need to go to a doctor. Taking a medicine during pain period, there's no harm, but don't take any medicine without consulting to a doctor. That is very important. You can keep your body a little warm, you can take hot water bath, you can keep your hot water bag. That also helpful. But if it's really bad for you, you really need to go to a doctor. If you have a very heavy white discharge, so white discharge is not a daily thing happening to us. Even in a daily basis, little white discharge comes, there's no problem. It's a white discharge happening every day to you. It's a really heavy, at the end of the day, your panties are getting very wet and sticky, and it's having the fishy smell also. You really need to go to a doctor. So this is some, periods point that you really need to visit to a doctor if you're having any of this problem. Now we talk about so periods. We all need to accept it's come with a lot of abnormalities. So pain during the period is a very common problem for most of us. So pain is not only the lower abdomen is hurting; it is the thighs are hurt. Sometimes your breast feel very stiff. Sometimes you have the lower back pain. Sometimes you feel the vomiting sensation are there. The digestion problem is there. Every female go through different pain during the period time. So why the pain happen? Because when the egg is coming to your uterus muscles will not get proper oxygen, and it's give little pressure also. That's why depend on the body to body. So people have the pain. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS or PCOD. So this is something we really need to understand. It's a lifestyle disease. Now most of the people have a very unhealthy lifestyle. Because of that, your hormones get affected, and you will get this disease. So three big signals from your body. If your body is responding in that way, then you really need to go to for a PCOS checkup. So first, abnormal hair growth in your body, your facial hair, your body hair. If you have an abnormal hair growth. Second, if your periods are getting really disturbed. And third, a lot of weight gain without changing in anything. So PCOS, something can really affect your period cycle, and of course, it's affect your reproductive phase also. So it's three big signals from your body. If you have this signal, that means maybe there's a chance of getting PCOS. What happened during the PCOS? A small cyst, so a small bubble, a small like a bubble, like a small pimple kind of thing, will come near to your uterus or near to your ovaries and near to your fallopian tube. So that's why it affects your period cycle. And of course, if your period cycle is not very healthy and on time, of course, it will affect your reproductive phase also. So girls, please pay attention. This is three big signals from your body. Then a lot of people don't allow to do any physical activity to girls. But of course, girls, you need in the periods, one thing you need to understand, you need to listen to your body, you need to understand to your body. If you are comfortable enough, you can do all different kind of yoga, even exercise, but please make sure you should comfortable enough and you have someone who can, because there is not all the yoga, all not the exercise we can do, so you really need to understand. So one thing, even in yoga, there is some poses. There are three simple poses in yoga you can do to get relaxation in your periods cramp. But make sure it's according to your body. Make sure you're not forcing yourself. You're using some blanket or some yoga mat for your yoga. Then you're wearing comfortable clothes. One asana we call Vajrasana. So this is asana is very good for your digestion system. So especially for the people who have digestion problem during the period, acidity, bloating in the stomach, not feeling like to eat anything, they can really do this asana. It's really good to reduce your stomach trouble and your digestion system also. Then you have the moon pose. Moon pose is very good when you're having the anger issue, when you're feeling very angry and upset and the mood swing. This is a very good asana for you. So do this asana, it make you very relaxed and happy. Then you have the cat pose. It is very good for your spine, neck, and shoulder. And this asana basically, do the toning of your reproductive system also. So please, girls, can do this asana as per your body capacity. I hope you all are using a sanitary napkin during the periods. But one thing we need to understand, girls, we have to change sanitary napkin on time. So using a sanitary napkin is a good thing, but make a habit of changing a sanitary napkin on time. So if you're wearing a sanitary napkin for the longer time, what happened? Of course, we go to the washroom and we go down, put our panties down with the panty. Your pad will also come down. If you have a small drop of blood also, it will come contact with the blood, a bacteria inside that washroom, and bacteria multiply very fast. So when you have the bacterial pad, you will wear it and you have three different openings. So all the bacteria will go inside your body. A lot of time you feel rashes down there during the periods time, itchiness. Sometimes we have the burning sensation. Sometimes we have very white discharge. So girls, try to change your sanitary napkin between 4 to 5 hours. It should not depend on your blood flow. Try to change your sanitary napkin between 4 to 5 hours. And wearing a sanitary napkin is a very good thing, but try to dispose a sanitary napkin very responsibly. One thing we need to understand, we need to just fold it, wrap it, and put it in a dustbin. This is a very simple rule. Don't flush it. Don't throw it openly anywhere, especially when using a public toilet or college toilet. Try to just keep it, wrap it, and put in a dustbin. When you store a sanitary napkin at your home, store in a hygienic and dry places. Some tips, girls, for you. One thing you need to understand, always try to wear cotton underwear. When you're wearing a cotton underwear, when you wash underwear, please make sure you directly dry them in the sun, so it will kill all the bacteria. Any sanitary product you purchase, you need to understand the top cover which touch your skin should be gentle soft. So if you're wearing any sanitary napkin, please always try to touch your napkin from your fingers. It's giving a gentle feeling to you. If it's a soft and gentle and cotton feeling it's giving to you, that means it's a good napkin to purchase. If a napkin give you a synthetic or plastic feeling, that means it's not a good napkin, because it will give you rashes inside you. Then always take bath. It's very important. In periods, especially, try to take hot water bath. In the summer also, you can take little lukewarm water bath, not very cold water, because when you take cold water bath, it will make your body temperature very low, and maybe you will feel more pain during the periods. So in the periods, it's always good to take little hot water bath. It will relax your body and clean all the bacteria also. When you're taking bath, one thing we really need to remember, please, we should not use any kind of soap, any kind of liquid, or any kind of detergent, or any kind of shampoo or anything for your vaginal area. So because your vagina have a good bacteria, bad bacteria both. If you need, if you feel that you have a need, if you feel you have an infection and you really need use something, then go to a doctor, consult to a doctor. Then you can use any kind of wash or liquid. So please, plain water works really well. One thumb rule: 10 times in a day. If you're going to a washroom, take little water in your hand, wash your vaginal area, and keep it dry for some time. You can wipe it out with the tissue paper, toilet paper. Otherwise, you can just keep it dry. So that's very important thing. When you use a public toilet, try to use Indian style toilet, not Western style toilet. But if there's no option of Indian style, you can use the Western, but flush it. So it's not only the skid giving you the infection, the water inside that pot can also give you the infection. So if you adopt this all small habits, it will help you to prevent the RTI, reproductive tract infection. Girls, we need, all girls and females need to understand that our body is little more responsible. So the lifestyle choices will be, should be more responsible. So you need to adopt a very healthy lifestyle. So that include a very good nourishment food. You need to eat very healthy. Smoking, alcohol, drugs. You need to be really understand how it will affect your life. So if you have a very unhealthy lifestyle, you're not doing any physically exercise, you're just eating very unhealthy junk food, you're eating, you're having very excessive smoking and drinking habit, then maybe you will have a very irregular period, very painful periods. Maybe you will have the amenorrhea. That means you will have a gap of 3-4 months period, and then you will get the periods. Maybe you will reach to the infertility. Maybe you will have a premature child, and maybe very early ages you will reach to the menopause. So girls, please make your lifestyle very healthy. That include a food. So for the food, only one thing I need to say: eat seasonal fruits and vegetables. What your mummy make, ghar ka dal, chawal, sabji, roti is the best food you can give to your body. So you can select one day as a cheat day. Eat, uh, pamper your body. Eat whatever you feel happy to eat. Fast food also, that is fine to eat for only for one day. So please, girls, make this habit. Try to have lots of water. Please stop the craving of tea and coffee. 1 cup of tea and coffee is enough for a day. And when you eat your meal, it should be very colorful. So it should be like a flag color of India: yellow, white, and the green. Try to have a breakfast, especially for the teachers and the mothers here. Please try to have a breakfast. Don't skip your meals. If in a period you're not feel like to eat anything, don't skip it. Have a small meal, have a light meal. Don't eat very heavy meal during the periods, or very heavy or very undigested meal during the periods. Maintain a lifestyle where you do some physical activity, any kind of physical activity, yoga, exercise, dance, anything. Make yourself more, physically active and fit. So, girls, now we come to question answer round, and then I will have a small activity to do. I will do. Any question, any doubt from anyone, you can really ask here. Anyone? Any doubt, any question from anyone? Any teachers have any question? Any students have any
Yes,
question?
ma'am.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm having one doubt, ma'am.
Yes, please.
So, in the past 5 years, I'm getting a regular period, but past 6 months, my period is not regular; it is irregular, ma'am. Because I mean, 6 months before I got chicken pox. After that, my period is irregular. Is there any affection because of that?
I'm not very sure it's because of the chicken pox. So first you track your periods, 22 to 40 days it should come. So if it's not coming between 22 to 40 days, then we will count as a not regular period. So Priya, you need to count it 22 to 40 days. Maybe a lot when the chicken pox came, a lot of mental tension you have taken, your lifestyle got little changed. So because of that, maybe it can happen. Okay. So when your lifestyle change, when your mental status change, or it affect your periods. So my suggestion will be track your periods first, and then you see. Okay.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? No, no questions. Anyone, any teacher, any students, any question coming in your mind?
Girls, feel free to ask any question. See, the forum, the platform is meant for you. So please put across the questions. Yes, we have few coming up.
Yes, yes. Okay, I got something in the chat box. Okay. So Nandini said, okay, ma'am, I had PCOD, but my periods are normal and I don't. Okay. If you had PCOD, basically, it's affect your overall health. So if you had, I also had the PCOD, but now if you Nandini, if you have a healthy lifestyle, then it will not affect. So PCOS is never finished from you. But if you again the level will change. So if you again have an unhealthy lifestyle, it will come to you. So if you adopting a healthy lifestyle, if there's no symptoms coming to you, that means it's a very good thing. So it's a good sign. So PCOS never it's not finished. It's related to your hormones. So if your hormones are changing, that effect will come to you. So maintain a healthy lifestyle, eat very healthy, and if you're not your body is not showing any symptom, that means it's a very good in control position, right? Using a tampon is a very hygienic, it's very comfortable and hygienic. I will show you how to use it after that, and I will discuss about this also. Menstrual cup, only one thing with the menstrual cup. So menstrual cup, not with the menstrual cup, any product, it's a reusable product. One thing you need to understand, you have to be 100% sure that you will be able to maintain the hygiene of the product. So one thing we need to understand, that any reusable product, sometimes it becomes a little difficult to maintain the hygiene. So my suggestion will be, if you're 100% sure that you will able to maintain the hygiene, all products are totally fine to use if you are comfortable enough to use it. First, Kavya, my suggestion will be go to a doctor, because being unconscious and so don't panic, panic. Yeah. Try to be. It's a very natural process, and it will never grow from us. I think we have a very long journey to reach to 45 to 55. But if you get unconscious, you really need to go to a doctor, take a proper doctor suggestion, because being unconscious is not very normal happen to periods. A painful period is totally fine, but being unconscious, I think you really need to go to a doctor. Yeah, it's not something serious, girl, but please go to a doctor. It's always good to have a doctor advice. Shri Kanchika, can you speak with me? Do you have to do? Yes. The thyroid. So I am a girl. I have thyroid also, and because of the thyroid, I had this PCOS also. So thyroid basically, it's just a level in your body. You need to maintain the level. You need to take the medicine all your lifetime. So within 3 months, you need to get the thyroid checkup, because your thyroid level change within the 3 months. So if you're so according to your level, your doctor will give you the medicine, right? So it's never finished. But of course, if you have a healthy lifestyle, you can maintain the level, so you will not have to take the the high dose of the medicine. So that is my thing. So you really need to understand that all disease related your hormones, they never finish. So try to have a healthy lifestyle, try to maintain a healthy lifestyle, so that will maintain the level of your thyroid. And of course, we have to take medicine early in the morning. There's nothing we can do about it. But it depends. If you have a healthy lifestyle, you can really maintain the level of that. Any other question from anyone?
Ma'am, we have some questions coming from YouTube chat.
Okay,
so I will read a question one by one. The first question is asked by Sandhya. She's stating that she's having a very painful periods. So is there any problem, or like she has to consult any doctor?
Sandhya, if it's really, really painful that you can't even sit, you can't do your daily activity, then my suggestion will go to a doctor. You can really keep your body a little warm. You can take hot water bath. You can keep hot water bag with you. But still, if it's really too much, my suggestion will be go to a doctor.
Okay, ma'am. Next question is by Mayalekshmi, that after 35, is it common for all women to get pre-period ailments?
That you call about the PMS, I think it's all different age female go through the PMS. So after 35, because 35, is an age where you are not very close, but you are like 45, reaching to the 45. So I think maybe you're feeling more this time, But in all different age female go through this PMS.
And one more question by Amudhanila, that she's asking, is the regular 24 days of menstrual cycle good?
So you
That's what
bleeding
is
for
being stated.
24 days, or you periods coming in 24 days?
Even I'm not able to get, like, the exact sentence she has written is the regular 24 days of menstrual cycle good?
So if you're bleeding for 24 days, it's not good. But if your periods coming in 24 days, so it's totally fine, because your periods can come between 22 to 40 days anytime. Okay, Nandini have a question. So Nandini, I'm not very sure about this protein supplements or something, but of course a healthy protein, natural protein is very good for your health. If you want to reduce the weight, if you're a PCOS person, natural protein you can really take. I'm not very sure about the supplement, my dear. So I'm not very sure about the supplement powder, but natural protein is very good. You can really take a high protein diet. That's always help most of the girls. We really need to have a healthy protein diet, but natural. So I'm not very sure about the supplement. So a lot of people have the question around this. I still have a question I would love to answer. You can use in the chat box. So this is something we call tampons. A lot of people have a lot of sodium. No, Divya, this is not a sign of the cancer. No, this is not a sign of the OB cancer. So PCOD is just related to your hormones. If you have an unhealthy lifestyle, it's related to your, So I got thyroid because of my family history. My family have the thyroid, so I also got the thyroid, and So it's just one thing, a healthy lifestyle is very important. If you see that your lifestyle change, you need to eat very healthy, a little exercise, little very healthy, keep yourself very happy and calm so that you can see that your periods health will be very perfect, you're perfectly fit and fine. So one thing, the lifestyle play very important role. So this we call tampons. A lot of people have a lot of a question around it, a lot of confusion. They don't know what is it, how to use it, a lot of myths around it. It's a very safe to use. Even a younger girl can also use it. But this is something which go inside your vagina during your periods time. So how to use a tampons? So one thing, girls, in the market, two type of tampons are coming. So this is Sophie tampons. We come with the applicator, but a lot of time in the market, the tampons come with the finger style. So that is not very safe because your hand will touch that. So one thing you need to understand, when you're using a tampons, always try to use tampons which come with the applicator. Will go inside your vagina. So how to use a tampon? Just put this tampon near to your vaginal opening and just press it. When you will press it, the tampons will go inside your body and the applicator will come down like this. One second, let me just instantly proper it. And your applicator will just come out like this. And the tampons will be inside your vagina. So it is how it look like from inside. When it comes with your contact with your menstrual blood, it will open up like this automatically. So that the tampons will open up like this. So this thing will absorb your all blood inside only. The thread will be always out. If thread never break, it always will be out. So when you just need to take it out after 4 to 5 hours, you just take it out from your body. So it will, because of this shape, it will easily come it out. So it's very safe to use. The two good things with the tampon, the people who don't want to see the menstrual blood, it is very good for them. It is very good for the people who are in the sports activity. It's very good for the girls who wanted to go to the water during the periods time. Of course, it's not possible when you're wearing a sanitary napkin, but with the tampons, it's all good and comfortable. Initially, if you use this, if you're not properly correct insert, maybe you feel little uncomfortable. So after 2-3 uses, you will be more confident to use. So it's a very safe to use. Lakshmi, if you don't have any pain, that means you are very healthy. You're a lucky woman on the earth that you're not getting pain during the period. So very good. There's no problem. You're not having pain. There is no problem. No problem in that. We have one more question. No. It's never pain. So vagina is it's like a, you can say like an elastic something. The vagina shape is like little elastic something. So when it go inside, it never hurts. But if you're not properly correct inside, it will be little uncomfortable. So you will feel that when it's properly correct inside in the correct position, it will be very safe to use. When you buy a tampon, behind that, there will be all the instruction how to use it, how to insert it. So as I showed you, put near to your vaginal opening, just press it, so it will directly go inside.
And we have one more question from YouTube. Padma is asking whether para-ovarian cyst is like very risky for women or not. Para-ovarian cyst, whether it's risky for women or not. Like
I can say yes, it's risky because it affect your menstrual health, and when your menstrual health is affected, of course it will affect your reproductive phase also. So not very risky. It's not like a deadly thing, but of course it's related to your physical health. It will affect your your reproductive phase. So healthy lifestyle is only a solution, and a good doctor treatment is always there. So if you get this, go to a doctor. You will have the proper medicine, and then but you always need to adopt a healthy lifestyle. That is the only permanent, I can say, solution for that disease.
And one more question from Mayalekshmi. What do you suggest for the mood swings during periods?
So mood swing, I think we all deal with this period. So do something which can make you happy. That is very important. Try to be more engaged. So when I get periods, if I'm working, I have the sessions working, I will be very engaged and not paying attention on that. If I'm not working and not doing something really, then I will be always, having the mood swing, and I will pay more attention on that. So my suggestion will be keep yourself more busy and happy. That is one thing.
Ma'am, does thyroid have an impact on menopause? Thyroid?
Yes. Some people will reach a little early menopause, and some people have a little late menopause because of the thyroid level also. Yes. So we have one. Diana, I never felt pain, ma'am, no, but suffering from irregular. So my suggestion will be track your period first 22 to 40 days. If it's irregular, go for a thyroid checkup and see, go to a doctor and see what doctor suggests. So you need to know the reason behind your irregular menstruation. So try to track it, and then you can see if it's 22 to 40 days, that means it's a healthy or not regular, irregular periods. Tampons can be used depend on your blood flow. If you having a very heavy blood flow, you need to change within 4 to 5 hours. If you're having a low flow, then 6 to 7 or 8 hours it can be stay in your body. One thing we call panty liners. So this is something very new for the Indian market. So panty liners basically a small pad. This is not for your periods, girls. This is for your non-period days when you're not bleeding but you have a white discharge. When your periods are about to come, and maybe on 6 days, 7 days, sometime you have just a drop of blood. So you can use a panty liner that is very safe to use. And this is for your non-period days. This is not for your period days. Girls, if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, ma'am, this is end from my side. I would love to take a group picture. Girls, you can turn on your videos. We will able to take a group picture.
Yes. I request the girls to just go. Yeah, please open up. Guru Lakshmi, ma'am, please help me out in the picture.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm doing, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. I would like to have the others also. Nandini, Satyapriya, teachers and staffs to please open up. Thank you.
Girls, be quick. Please switch on your videos. Pavitra, Varsha, Neha, Commercial ma'am, Sandhya, Dr. Kavita. Kindly cooperate with us. Please switch on. Please show us your face.
Okay, those who do not have laptop, but have a mind.
Okay, okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you. Supreet, you can take over.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for such an informative session. I now invite Dr. L.R.S. Halanidhi, ma'am, Vice Principal, Shift 1, for session feedback. Please.
Thank you, Sukhdeep. Today we have two Sukhdeep and Sukhwal. Really, I'm very happy. Good afternoon to one and all present here for this national webinar on menstrual health and hygiene management, organized by the Women's Students Forum Guru Shakti of both Shift 1 and Shift 2 by Dr. Umadevi and Mrs. Mayalekshmi. And I submit my thanks and respect to our most respected General Secretary and Correspondent and respected Principal and Vice Principal Shift 2 for having organized this wonderful program. At the outset, I thank on all our behalf, I express my hearty thanks to our most esteemed resource person, Ms. Ankita Sukhwal. Dear Ankita, I could observe one thing in the whole of this program, like you were like an elder sister to all our students present here. Really, it's very consoling, very comforting for me to see such a spellbound session, and of course with good interaction throughout. And you have really made a professional presentation throughout. I should say you have taken from A to Z of menstrual health and hygiene management with the same cheer throughout. You were so patient in interacting with our audience, and our students are also like Nandini and Bhagyalakshmi and so many from the group. I think you are very patient in answering them, and you could share a lot with us. We could learn a lot from you, starting from the disclaimer to the other habits which we should have, and about the usage of tampons and other napkins, even the pantry liner, everything. From A to Z, you have given us a wonderful explanation, Ankita. And we really had, we used to have lots of misconceptions and myths about this menstrual health and our hygiene management, because our country is still a traditional country with lots of inhibitions in sharing many things, especially in a co-educational college like ours. We used to face a lot of girl children facing such things, and our college is an institution with a difference, where we have great student leaders like even Sukhdeep was our student who has become a member of our faculty, and we have Nandini, a senior student who is a secretary here. And with these wonderful children, we have soft pedaling with all these girls. Whenever they come out, our Women Students Forum takes the initiative every time to cater to all their needs. So this time, I even spoke to Dr. Umadevi before the start of the program that this program is a must watch, must conduct program every year. Because this is one aspect which is traveling with us throughout. Now, even if one person is watching the program, that knowledge the person acquires will take it to hundreds and hundreds. I think this knowledge can never be separated from our inner self. We need to carry this, and I always expect the students present, the staff present, the parents present, the brothers present, the parents, I mean both the father and mother. I think this is a very apt and conducive time for us, for the whole family to watch this program. This is one family program that everyone should know what is happening in a girl's life, especially the other gender may not understand the mood swings which our girl children have at home as well as in the class. So this is one right opportunity which has been created by our Women Students Forum. And we could learn a lot, Ankita. I should say that not even a single moment was wasted in your session. Throughout, you kept us, engaged. I think we have started thinking more about how we should maintain this menstrual health and the whole of hygiene management. You were very clear in your explanation and expression, and the points you have, the responsibility you had throughout the session. I know you are well experienced in this, sharing with lots of people across the country or even the world. And as a teacher for many years with girl children, I have observed certain problems with girl children who we have. Let me just express. I have stated in the form of 6 questions. One is our observations. You can take it. Our girls, in general, here we have more than 50% girls among our students. They don't eat well at all. They don't eat well. They don't drink adequate water. They bring half a liter of a PET bottle, and that is shared by all boys in the class, and they drink very little, and they have very poor nutrition as far as I have observed. And sometimes they faint whenever an assembly is happening or whenever a program is happening. And regarding the use of napkins, they have very scanty knowledge. I should say that they don't have proper knowledge at all. And our janitors face a lot of trouble in maintaining, like they dispose wrongly. They don't know how to dispose of sanitary napkins. We have, of course, that incinerators in our college. They are taught by our Women's Students Forum to use or how to dispose the napkins. Still we face problems even till date. Thanks to lockdown, we don't have complaints from the janitors, but then on and off we get complaints. And then during periods, our girls have the habit of applying for leave. They simply stay away. They think that something is wrong with them. That is one thing. And they skip physical activities whenever we organize in the college. Even for yoga, they don't come forward during their periods. And if they are forced to come to college, they stay back. We have got a very comfortable room for them. They stay back. And they don't participate. They have different mood swings, I believe. And I think now at the end of this program, I think all these are addressed by you. And really, we're very happy, Ankita Sukwal, having clarified lots and lots of doubts, misconceptions in us. We learned a lot from you. Thank you so much.
Can I add one more thing for the food? So, girls, I sharing my personal experience. I was 91 kg in last year December, and now I'm 80 kg. It's just because of the diet. I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing anything. I had thyroid, I had PCOS. It was very unhealthy. My period was very bad. I was very suffering just because of that thyroid and the PCOS. I did nothing. Trust me, it's not like the miracle I did, or I'm eating very expensive food or superfood nowadays, we people say. I'm just eating normal ghar ka dal chawal sabji roti. I'm just understanding my body, that what is fit to me. And trust me, eating not is not an option. If you're not eating, that's not an option for your body. Your body always needs food. And if you have a small changes in your lifestyle, and if you understand it, your body, if your body not work on one day, how you will work? It's just we are this body, if it's not working, then how you will do, how you will work, how you will achieve in your life, what you will do, So just make a small changes, and then you see that body, how it's positive and how it's responding and become beautiful and become very, very healthy. So adopt a healthy lifestyle, and that's not something a very, very big efforts you need to do. I really understand this fast food craving is very bad for me also. I'm a North Indian girl. I love to eat all the time, and so I'm just keeping it on Sundays. I wait for the Sunday nowadays. When the Sunday will come, I can eat my favorite thing. So that is, I was eating for 30 years of my life and giving me nothing, only the disease. And only for 6 months, 7 months, I really pay attention on my food, and that really changed my life. It's my personal experience I'm sharing. Now my periods are very perfect. My thyroid is perfect. My PCOS, I don't know what is that now. So that is very perfect to me. It's just your food, your food, your food. 70% is your food. Any dietitian you meet, any celebrity you listen, they say 70 to 80% is your food, and 20% is your exercise and the yoga. So please include all this, and that is very important. Ma'am, this I was wanted to just say this.
Excellent, excellent, Ankita. You are a very good role model for our children today and forever.
I'm on the way to earn more experience. Yes.
Great,
Yeah.
great, Ankita. Yeah, over to Sudeep.
Thank you, ma'am, for very inspiring and motivating words. I now call upon Ms. Mayalekshmi, ma'am, Women Student Forum Coordinator, Shift 2, to render vote of thanks. Ma'am, please. Ma'am,
Maya, you're
kindly
not
unmute.
audible. Yes, yes. Now
So good noon to all, and happy to see you all in the national webinar on menstrual health and hygiene management, which is organized by Guru Shakti, Women Students Forum, Guru Nanak College, Chennai, in association with GlobalHunt Foundation and Unicharm India. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all who witnessed this webinar. Definitely, it's a memorable and a successful event. I take first this opportunity to thank the management, our respected General Secretary and Correspondent, Sardar Manjit Singh Nair, our Principal, Dr. M.G.Ragunathan, Vice Principal, Student Affairs, Dr. Kalanidhi, Vice Principal, Shift 2, Dr. Rajeshri, for the valuable presence today in the webinar, and thank you for giving us the freedom and encouragement to explore this webinar to keep all the women healthy and hygiene during this pandemic period. I would like to thank our resource person for the day, Ms. Ankita Sukwal, CSR Executive Unicharm India. We are truly honored to have with us such a dynamic and talented professional in our program today. Madam, you have given valuable and informative inputs for every participant. As a respected VP Kalanidhi Madam said, you have explained A to Z every point about the menstrual health and hygiene management. You educated us with the most important topic, and we'll try to pass this information to all the women we know. Also, thank you for your patient answering of all the questions. Once again, thank you, Madam Ankita. Also, my sincere thanks to Vidya Global Hunt Foundation, whom we associated for organizing this webinar. My special mention to Mr. Satish, Faculty Viscom Department and Coordinator GNC Media Center for the technical support for the YouTube Live. Also, thank you, Madam Sudeep Sondi, Assistant Professor, Department of Bank Management, for excellently comparing this session. I take this opportunity to congratulate the members of Shakti, both the student and staff, for the wonderful teamwork for the success of every programs which come under the banner of Shakti. I would like to offer my gratitude to all the participants, students, faculty members, other invited guests whose presence made this webinar a grand success. Last but not the least, I thank the Almighty for having given us strength and energy to make this event possible. Participants, kindly note that you will find a Google form link in the comment section for sending your feedback about the session. Please fill it and submit. We'll be sending your e-certificates to your registered email IDs. So thank you once again. Stay home and stay safe.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ankita.
Satish sir,
Thank
you
you,
can stop live. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Uma.
Thank you, Kalanidhi madam.
Thank you,
Wonderful
Uma.
wrap up for us. Wonderful wrap up for us, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.